If you add squats, which are a lower body compound exercise, to your daily or regular fitness routine, you'll notice some pretty major improvements in strength, metabolism, and posture. And there are countless ways to keep squats interesting. Here's some things you can expect to happen when doing squats every day. Squats target every major muscle group of your butt, which includes the 3 gluteus muscles, your legs, which include the hamstrings, quadriceps, calves, hips, and core, which includes your abdominals, spinal erectors, and the smaller stabilizing muscles of your hips, according to Precision Nutrition. When you perform a squat with proper form, taking the movement through a full range of motion, you're going to see improvements in muscular strength and endurance in all of these muscle groups over time. Plus, if you switch things up and experiment with squat variations, like a back squat, supporting a weighted barbell across the back of your shoulders, or an overhead squat, holding weights above your head with your arms fully extended, you're also going to challenge the muscles of your shoulders, arms, chest, and back. When incorporated into your regular workout routine, using squats to improve the muscular strength of your lower body can pay off in day-to-day life. You may find that activities like walking upstairs or chasing after your kids start feeling easier as your strength improves. Squats can boost your metabolism in several ways, according to Self. First, whenever you exercise, the larger the muscle groups you use, the more calories you're going to burn during a workout. Muscle is considered a metabolic tissue, so by targeting big muscle groups like the glutes, hamstrings, and quads, you'll end up revving your metabolism more than when you use smaller muscles. Second, as you build more muscle, you'll feel stronger and be more capable of lifting heavier weights or hiking longer distances. Marie Spano, a strength coach and registered dietitian, told Self, "Gaining muscle through resistance exercise means you can do more. You can work out harder and hike steeper trails. This will lead to an increase in calories burned. Finally, targeting large muscle groups and building more muscle mass as a whole means that you'll boost your metabolism around the clock." As strength coach K. Alicia Fetters explained in the article for Self, a pound of muscle burns about 6 calories per day, while a pound of fat burns about 2 calories. That doesn't sound like much, but as you gain muscle and lose fat, those extra calories start adding up.
Now let's do some jackhammer squats. Right, put your hands in front of you like this, just relax, and the squat up and down, but faster.
Even though squats primarily target the legs, the exercise requires a fair amount of core stabilization and engagement, which helps strengthen the muscles of your abdomen and lower back. But as pointed out by strength coach Avi Silverberg in an article for Powerlifting Technique, squats shouldn't completely replace your core workouts. This is because the core is made up of several different muscle groups, including the ab muscles like the rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, and the obliques, as well as the erector spinae, which works to stabilize and extend your spine. Squats appear to be better at developing erector spinae strength than a plank exercise, but the plank proves to be better at developing the rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscles, than the squat. In other words, different exercises target the core in different ways. Squats can definitely help you build core strength as a whole, which can help reduce the risk of injuries and improve athleticism, but they're unlikely to help you carve the six-pack you've been craving. One of the effects of aging is the gradual thinning of bone tissue, according to Mount Sinai. With time, bones become more porous and fragile, which can lead to conditions like osteopenia and osteoporosis. Many people don't give these diseases a second thought. It's normal for grandma to lose a little height and become more frail with age, right? The problem, though, is that osteoporosis in particular can make a person more likely to suffer fractures, according to the National Osteoporosis Foundation. This becomes particularly challenging when the bone in question is the hip or spine. Fractures in these areas can lead to drastic, difficult-to-overcome changes in lifestyle. One of the most effective ways to keep bones strong and to even stimulate bone tissue growth in adulthood is to perform strength training exercises. And according to a 2013 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, postmenopausal women with osteoporosis who performed heavy squats 3 times a week for 12 weeks saw an increase in bone mineral content of the spine and femoral neck, where the leg meets the pelvis. The study concluded that MST, or maximal strength training, can be implemented as a simple and effective training method for patients with reduced bone mass. You may have heard that squats can hurt your knees or cause back pain. Certainly, if you perform a squat wrong, or if you lift more weight than you're prepared for, injuries can and will occur. But when done with proper form, the strength you develop from doing squats can actually help prevent injuries from occurring.
And to have truly healthy lower bodies, knees, hips, those joints, we have to be able to do the squat correctly, and we have to be strong.
According to a 2020 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, among college athletes who were tested for their relative maximum squat strength based on the athlete's weight, those who had more relative strength compared to their peers were less likely to suffer a lower extremity injury during their athletic season. This is likely due to the benefits of compound exercises like squats on lower body strength, core strength, and spinal stability, control, coordination, and overall athleticism. The strength and coordination developed from doing squats is highly transferable to other actions and could pay off when it comes to avoiding injury when performing other activities. Doing squats on the daily may improve your athletic performance. For instance, you may develop more power and be able to move faster and more explosively thanks to the new muscles squats have developed in your glutes, quads, and hamstrings. But if your goal is to swing a golf club more effectively or improve your hand-eye coordination for playing softball, well, squats aren't likely to help with those skills. Strength and conditioning coach Josh Williams said in a Stack article, "There's no proof that the squat will make you better at sport-specific skills unless your sport is weightlifting. What the research does show is that the squat is effective at preparing your body for sports that require power output, strength, and speed. It just so happens that the majority of sports require power, strength, and speed. If you're doing basic air squats every day, chances are you're going to get bored. Plus, unless you keep increasing your repetitions, it's going to become harder to see results. Muscles grow when you continue to challenge them and make them adapt to new stimuli. The beauty of squats, though, is that there are so many variations to make the basic squat more interesting and challenging. Some use added weight like dumbbells, kettlebells, and barbells to increase resistance, while others require no equipment at all. For instance, a jump squat with or without added weight is an excellent way to work on balance and coordination while also strengthening your abductors. Squatting in general is good for developing core strength, particularly through your spinal erectors, which help with spine extension. This alone can help improve posture with time, assuming you're performing squats with proper form. But certain squat variations, particularly those that require a more upright positioning of the torso, like overhead squats or front or back squats, can also help strengthen the shoulders and upper back, which can further improve posture. Healthline explained that the overhead squat, in which you're holding a weight with both hands directly over your head, is good for strengthening the shoulders, arms, and upper back, in addition to the legs and lower back. However, it is important to pay attention to your form during overhead squats. To avoid bad form or injury, you have to squeeze your shoulder blades toward your spine and pull your shoulders back and down to prevent your torso from tipping forward, which could cause the weight to shift too far in front of your body. The actions of retracting your shoulders and lifting your chest are great ways to counteract the common culprits of poor posture: forward rounded shoulders and chest, and a forward tilted head. As your lower body and core get stronger from knocking out all those daily squats, you may find that your day-to-day life feels easier. Maybe climbing steps or carrying boxes would leave you huffing and puffing for a few minutes, but now you're breezing through these motions. As Katrina Pilkington, a National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer, told Women's Health, so many actions can stem from the movements of a squat, from picking up your toddler to loading boxes into the house after a delivery. If you work to perform squats on a regular basis, using form that is on point, you're sure to build a strong foundation for functional movement. And really, that's what working out should be all about. Yes, you might want a booty that looks good in your skinny jeans, but the ultimate win from knocking out a bunch of squats is when you start realizing how much more energy you have to get through life. And when you have energy to spare at the end of the day, guess what? You can throw that energy into your workouts and keep seeing greater results. Most people don't naturally correlate strength training with flexibility. In fact, you may be under the impression that lifting weights can hinder flexibility. If your muscles get bulkier, doesn't that make it harder to move around? The reality is that strength training, when moving through a full range of motion, can actually improve flexibility. As part of a study performed by James R. Whitehead of the University of North Dakota and presented at a meeting of the American College of Sports Medicine, subjects were assigned to a strength training group, a stretching group, or to a group without intervention. Those who strength trained saw greater hip flexibility improvements than the other two groups and equal hamstring flexibility improvements compared to the stretching group, according to WebMD. In addition to building strength and flexibility in the muscles and joints of your lower body, squatting daily can also help you improve balance. The key is choosing squat variations designed to focus on this component of fitness. For instance, single leg squats force you to move through the squatting motion while balanced on one leg. This is super challenging as your center of gravity moves and you have to make adjustments to your body's positioning throughout the squat in order to maintain good form and balance. And Healthline noted that squats using a balance training tool like a Bosu ball can also help you improve balance even when performed on two legs. This is because the unstable nature of the surface requires more engagement of the smaller, stabilizing muscles of your ankles, hips, and even your core to keep the balance tool level and your body position stable. If you're looking to improve balance, consider squat variations and focus on those that use equipment or that target one leg at a time. If you're pregnant and dreading labor and delivery, squatting regularly might make that part of the process a little bit easier. Not only is regular exercise good for you and your baby, strengthening the muscles of your glutes, hips, and core make pushing during childbirth a little easier. Pilkington told Women's Health that doing squats also helps strengthen your pelvic floor. According to OBGYN Kelly Morales' website, a strong pelvic floor is essential to a healthy pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum recovery. She said, "Starting out your pregnancy with strong pelvic floor muscles helps decrease the damage these muscles experience under the strain of carrying a growing child." A healthy pelvic floor also makes labor and delivery less risky, as you'll be better equipped for labor, which means less stress for your baby. Just remember, while exercise is generally considered healthy and safe during pregnancy, if you weren't exercising before you became pregnant, talk to your obstetrician to make sure you're cleared to get started. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Health Digest videos about your favorite fitness facts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.